So imagine buying a brand new smartphone, right? But the government basically mandates that you wait like 3 years to turn it on.
Yeah, and then they force you to use it for a full decade with, absolutely zero software updates.
Exactly. I mean, it sounds totally insane, but welcome to Fleet Insider by Safety Vision. Today, we're talking about how transit agencies are finally escaping this trap of unpredictable capital funding so they can, rapidly deploy modern fleet safety tech.
Yeah, and working on the inside here. I mean, we see this frustration literally every single day. Getting new safety tech on a bus traditionally involves CapEx, so
Mm.
capital expenditures.
Right.
Agencies apply for things like federal urban formula grants to get dash cameras or telematics, right, to handle their vehicle data tracking. And then, well, the waiting game begins.
And it is a long game. Those grant cycles can take, what, like 18 to 36 months from the application date just to get deployment authorization?
Yeah, easily. Yeah. And a hardware bought that way is put on a 7 to 10 year depreciation schedule. But AI, sensors, connectivity, they move so incredibly fast that the tech becomes functionally obsolete in maybe 3 to 4 years.
It's basically a procurement model built for pouring concrete or like buying heavy machinery, awkwardly applied to super fast-evolving software.
Exactly.
But the thing is, while an agency waits 3 years for a grant to clear, the risks on the road do not pause.
No, they definitely don't.
Without onboard video and, AI event detection, behaviors like harsh braking or distracted driving, they just go completely unmanaged until a collision basically forces the issue.
And insurers are pricing that exact delay into their models.
Hmm.
Carriers, they aren't just looking at past accident history anymore.
Oh, wow. Wait, really?
Oh, yeah. They can mathematically calculate the precise financial cost of an agency's blind spots using AI data. They explicitly tier commercial transit premiums based on whether these active safety tools are present.
So deferring modernization instantly drops an agency into a much higher risk class.
Exactly. Lacking the tech triggers premium spikes that can completely dwarf the cost of the hardware itself.
Since you clearly can't afford to wait for capital grants to catch up, the whole industry is shifting to hardware as a service, or HOS, right? It basically bundles the hardware, the platform, and the updates into a predictable monthly cost per vehicle.
Yep, that's the big shift.
But wait, hold on a second. Whether you pay a lump sum up front or break it into monthly chunks, you are still buying equipment with public money. Why would a procurement committee actually care how the math is divided up?
I mean, because structurally it completely changes what the agency is actually buying. With CapEx, the government takes ownership of a physical asset that depreciates over a decade.
Right.
And that triggers massive taxpayer risk calculations, multi-year approvals, and just intense committee oversight. But a subscription is classified as an operating expense, or OpEx.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so the agency is just paying for a continuous software service out of existing daily operating budgets.
Yeah.
Things like fare box recovery or standard subsidies.
So you bypass that whole multi-year capital headache completely, just because you aren't carrying a 10-year physical asset on the books.
Exactly. You get the hardware, the instant software updates, and the AI capabilities today. By aligning the procurement method with how the technology actually functions, agencies can modernize instantly. They don't have to wait around for Congress to pass a budget resolution.
That makes a ton of sense. Shifting to a HOS subscription basically turns this bureaucratic multi-year procurement trap into a highly manageable operational line item.
It really does. And, as you look at your own fleet operations, consider this. If funding roadblocks and technology obsolescence are just completely removed from the equation, how much faster could public transit evolve in just the next 5 years?
Seriously, it's a huge question to ponder. Well, thank you so much for tuning in to Fleet Insider, everyone. We hope you will join us for our next episode.